Hello everyone, hi, I'm Ananya Shetty and welcome back to my channel to help you create the life that you want and to become the best version of yourself. So today's video is a plan with me series for January and I'm super excited because it's my favorite thing to do every single month. Before we dive into plan with me for February, I would like to tell you as February is a month of love, it's a Valentine month. I really have something really nice for the entire community which I'm going to share it by the end of the video. So stay tuned to make sure you do not miss out on it. It's something really very close to my heart. If you have been following me for a while, you know how much of a planner nerd I am. If there's only one thing that I've been super consistent the entire 2020, it was this: planning. I never failed to plan even a single month. Even when I had a bad day or a bad month, I never missed out on planning because the kind of kick planning gives me, nothing feels so fulfilling. And it is this practice of planning actually helped me do a lot of things in 2020. I managed to put out a lot of videos consistently. I launched Mirosum. I launched a beta program under Mirosum. I also put out a lot of content on Instagram. I spend a lot of time learning new things. I try to build a personal brand for myself and what not. Only because I managed to meticulously plan every month in advance. I hope this gives you enough motivation to sit down and plan your Feb. Well, before diving straight into planning the Feb in advance, let's take a moment and look as in how did Jan 2020. Well, January was quite a challenging month for me, especially in terms of work front. As much as I managed to finish a good chunk of work, there are a lot of things pending which I wasn't able to do, and it kind of stressed me, bogged me down and actually pulled me down emotionally. And also I'm on a sabbatical leave for 6 months, which means my leave is going to finish by Feb, and March I'm supposed to join, and the feeling exactly is, chutti khatam, school shuru. The feeling of going back to school after the long vacation doesn't really feel good, and that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Maybe all of this put together added one over the other and kind of pulled me down. I was so out of balance, I couldn't gather myself. And thankfully for me, I have a good lot of bunch of people whom I can count on, whom I can reach out to, whom I can talk all my heart out, and they will listen to my rants without complaining. So thank God for that. However, talking to people actually helped me calm down, got me focused, got me direction. I'm a lot in a better place right now. So now let's straight dive into reviewing January 2021. Let's focus on wins, the things that you managed to get it done, the things you managed to accomplish in January 2021. Let's celebrate the victories, so write them down. Secondly, let's focus on the life lessons that you possibly learned in this month. Personally, for me, this is something that actually blew my mind, which is I want to take a moment and share it with you. When I had a challenging month and I really did not know what to do, how to go about next, I then finally chose to speak to my coach, and she just said one thing: protect your energy no matter what. We always plan things and we expect things to fall in place as per the plan. Not necessarily. And when things don't go as per our plan, we allow it to affect ourselves in all possible levels, which is not right. We end up affecting our energy and it internally takes a toll on your life. She told me very clearly, all that you want in life, all that you're working on are part of your life, not your life. So any day something goes wrong, just take a deep breath in, take one day at a time and move on. Things change, people change, and so will you. Also write down what worked for you this month and what did not work for you this month, so that you know what to focus on, what to recurringly do it again and again, over and over, to get similar results, and what to avoid so that we do not repeat our mistakes. And also what to do differently moving forward in February. It's always okay to make mistakes as long as it is the first time you're making. A mistake done second time is no longer a mistake, it's a stupidity. Because clearly you choose not to learn from your prior mistake and you choose to do it again and again. Eventually it becomes a habit. So it's absolutely okay to make new mistakes as long as you're making newer ones. And finally, wrap up the January review by writing down the things that you're absolutely grateful for. I think the two major things that I'm absolutely grateful for, especially last month, is one, I do have a bunch of support system around me, and I manage to, kind of attract similar kind of people in my life, and I'm absolutely grateful for, because they really comfort me, they really push me, they give me a reality check, they do exactly what I need at any point of time, and that's a blessing, truly. And secondly, because I got a really hard reality check just in the beginning of the year 2021, I think it's a great place to start, because now I have better clarity as on how to go forward. I have better direction and laser focus to work on moving forward. Now let's jump into my favorite part, which is planning February 2021. If you have seen my video, Plan With Me 2021, in the beginning of the year, I planned my year 2021 with a slightly different strategy than I usually do, is to divide my goals into 2 to 3 big goals, the major goals, the priority ones, and 5 to 6 smaller ones which can also go along with the bigger goals. When there are only 2 to 3 bigger goals, it's a lot more easier to stay focused and achieve it every single day, adding that into your to-do list rather than dumping the entire 8 to 10 goals and getting stressed out about every single thing and not getting it done by the end of the month. Now that's not a good place to be. So I managed to write 3 major goals, the bigger ones, and 5 to 6 smaller goals which I want to achieve in February 2021. Along with that, clearly, like I said, I have few pending tasks which is going to carry forward for the next month. So I put it separately into pending goals, so that I know these are the goals which are carry forwarded and I have no choice of moving it forward too much. So I better get it done on priority. Another major goal which I have taken up for myself in the beginning of the year is to upskill myself, to gather as many information as possible, especially in terms of skill set. I really want to upgrade myself, which is why I indulge in online learning and I allocate at least 1 or 2 courses every single month, the tiny ones, so that it becomes part of my learning routine. Finally, books for the month. Generally, my reading goal is 2 to 3 books every month. However, this month I have reduced it to 1, because clearly, as I have to join my day job in the month of March, I already have good enough stuffs, my entire Jan calendar is filled. I really did not want to cramp it up a lot more, which is why I stick to just 1 book. So this planning process, I basically put down every single task I want to see myself accomplish by the end of February 2021. Well, this is just the half job done, because the next important thing that I'm going to do is place it in my calendar, schedule it so that I don't miss out on it. As a part of my monthly planning, I always include habit tracker. However, this month I am planning to do it a little differently, because habit tracker clearly did not work for me, because I was already so overwhelmed in the month of January and I couldn't keep a track on my habits. So however, this month I'm planning to try something different. I'm planning to bring in a routine. I'm kind of planning to batch a certain set of activities together, club it and put it out there, so that when I pick up a certain routine, I kind of manage to finish off every single thing that's inside the routine. I have divided my routines into 3 parts. One in the morning, an elaborate morning routine, a tiny afternoon routine, and a tidbit of an evening routine for myself. To give you a better clarity, I want to give you a tiny example of how possibly my morning routine for the month of Feb will go by. As I wake up, I have a tablet to take, and then followed by a glass of hot water maybe. Then I want to sit by myself, maybe in silence for some time, and then pick up a journal, and then moving forward. I am planning to club it all at once, so that I manage to do in a sequence continuously without breaking the order, so that I finish all at once in the given slot of time and I'm done and dusted and good to go. I've always read from books, I've always heard from people that how powerful it is to create a routine and stick to it. It will actually take you a long way. So this time, this February, trying my hands-on routine, I will definitely get back to you by the end of the month to give you a feedback on how it really went by. However, meanwhile, if you are someone who want to try your hands-on routine, I have a quick tips and tricks for you to implement a routine. Well, if you are new into setting routines and you do not know where to start, there is enough and more inspiration out there Firstly, get ideas or inspiration. Well, if you're new to building a routine and you have no idea where to start from, there's nothing to worry. There's enough and more inspiration out there on social media. There are enough YouTube videos out there speaking about a morning routine or an evening routine. Do your research, pick whatever works best for you. Secondly, when you're picking up a routine, also make sure that it is in sync with your lifestyle. It's absolutely important, because if it's totally different from what you have been doing all your life, it is going to shock your system. You wouldn't want to stick to it for long. So the more simpler it is, the more in sync is it with your lifestyle, the longer it is going to stay with you. Thirdly, adjust your routine. It's absolutely important to keep your routine flexible. Do not be rigid. The moment you are very rigid, very particular about it has to happen at this time, this moment, and in the process you miss out on a day or two, it's going to be absolutely demotivating and you want to chuck it then and there. So now that's a recipe for disaster. So be absolutely open and flexible. It's okay not to go as per the plan. Fourth, set bare minimum. When I say bare minimum, these are the things you need to be able to do even when on a slow day. Even on the days you're not at your best, you're not giving your best shot, you're very gloomy, you don't feel like doing anything, still this routine should go on autopilot. It has to be that simplified and easy for you to function. Fifth, make space for yourself. In the process of building a routine and getting excited about it, make sure not to cramp it so that your entire day is filled with routine and you have no breathing space. Always give yourself space. In fact, schedule breaks, schedule that space for yourself where you don't really have to bother about anything in the world and just enjoy being with yourself. Finally, the sixth and the most important one, and personally my favorite, make your routine fun. It's absolutely important to make your routine fun, because trust me, if it's not fun, it's not worth it. If there's anything in your life, any area of your life, there's something that's inevitable you have to do no matter what, and you don't enjoy it, take a moment, look for yourself and find ways to make it fun, because it's really important. It all boils down to how much fun you have. Otherwise it's not a life well lived. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have something really special to give it to my community, as it is a month of love, it is a month of Valentine, and generally the expectation is somebody else is supposed to make you feel special, somebody else is supposed to make you feel loved, and you have a lot of expectation from the other person. This year, how about taking responsibility for yourself and showing that love you always truly deserved? And what better than self-love to do it? So this Valentine week, I am planning for a 7-day self-love challenge where I'll share with you 7 different prompts for 7 different days, wherein you take part in a small little activity which is absolutely easy to do and in the same time very fulfilling and helps you blossom. The 7-day self-love challenge is going to happen on my Instagram page at Ananya Shetty Official. And to be a part of this challenge, all you need to do is give a quick follow to Ananya Shetty Official and also follow my feeds. Keep an eye on all my stories, because we are going to have the 7-day self-love challenge from 7th to 14th of February. And I highly urge you to encourage your family, friends and anybody to be part of it, because spreading love is the most divine thing to do. Also, don't forget to tag me, because only if you tag me I'll be able to see it and will be more than happy to reshare it. And also use hashtag 7-day self-love challenge. So let's spread love, let's do this challenge together and celebrate Valentine in our own unique way. Let's do this. So this was my Plan With Me February video. This video is very special to me because I try to incorporate a very different way of planning the month. I try to incorporate a routine into it. Well, you're not going to go anywhere, so am I not going to go anywhere, which means by the end of the month we will see how far I have come. And in case you are using the techniques here that I've shared, the routines, adding the routines into your everyday life, let me know in the comment section how you're going to do it, and if you want to tweak it, if you want to give me any feedback as on how to do it better, I'll be more than happy to be on the receiving end. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.